Hello, one and all, and I hope you all are having a fun Kaldheim pre-release. Nevertheless, I decided to actually open one box of the draft boosters of Kaldheim just to celebrate the pre-release shenanigans. I'm also going to be opening one as well as the pre-release kit that I'm planning to play sealed with actually tomorrow on my stream. That should be on Saturday let me make sure I get the date right. Saturday the 30th at around 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Nevertheless, though, let's actually have some fun with this box. This set's actually been pretty fun. I actually played the early access of this stream, so there's definitely been some fun shenanigans. I'm still trying to get used to it and such. And if you didn't notice, we're actually using a new camera for the openings to actually now make the cards more legible when it zooms in and such. So we're going to open a few packs of Kaldheim, specifically a box, and see what shenanigans that we pull. Okay, so we're going to go a little slow for the first few packs and go a little bit faster there. But if you also notice my volume going bloop, that's because I'm moving this with the mic and such. So, nevertheless, we got a Brian's Troll Intruder, a Runamuck, a Wings of the Cosmos. I still like the art on that. Let me zoom it in properly. There we go. Funny card. We also got a Snakeskin Veil, a Dread Rider. This card in Limited is a little obnoxious in my opinion. Invoke the Divine, Serap's Packmate. I do have to admit, this is the card that I underrated in Limited. It's actually pretty decent in Limited. Are of the Forsaken. Open the Omen Paths. Very fun ramp shenanigans. Raven Wings. And we got a Narfi Betrayer Keen. That's actually very nice. Pretty much a snow zombie. Other snow and zombie creature control get +1/+1, but also has an activated ability of free snow to essentially return this to the battlefield under your control tapped. Very nice and limited in my opinion. And, we got one of the alternate art spotlight cards. We got Viga the Watcher. I still want to brew around this in kind of like an adventurous deck with foretold mechanics, but basically, it's a free mana 2/2 bird, flying, and whenever you cast a spell anywhere from other than your hand, you draw a card. Very nice. We also get Clarion Spirit. Very nice. And our first rare is, a god card. We get Redeem, God of the Worthy. Pretty much a snow hate from the set. Flying Vigilance, 2 free. Snow lands your opponent's control into the battlefield, tapped. And then, non-creature spells your opponent casts with converted mana cost 4 or greater, cost 2 more to cast. But it can also be Vermeera. I am going to butcher these names, I apologize in advance. The Protector's Shield. Basically makes it when anybody targets you, they have to pay 1 mana, or it makes any source an opponent control deal damage have to deal 1 less. Very great card. So we're going to put that to the side here, actually. And then we got ourselves some Snow Forest, and just a add card. Okay. Okay. We got a Acid Braggart, a Pilfering Hawk, Asgard Cavalry, Wither Crown. This card's actually been a lot more decent and limited in kind of like budget construction, in my opinion. We also got the Mass Vandal, a card that I really underrated, but it's actually pretty nutty and limited. Raven Wings, mostly it's just because you have a lot of tribal shenanigans you're trying to do, and just a 2 mana 1 free whatever tribe you need, it's actually pretty nice. We also got Struggle for Skimvar. We got a Knoll. We got the Ravenous Lindworm. We got ourselves some Squash. Then we get to the uncommons. We get the Great Hall of Starnheim. Very nice sack land that makes an angel. We got the Dwarven Hammer. We also got Cardor's Vicious Return. Personally, I really like this saga a lot. I want to brew around it. It's definitely fun just to have a reanimated that's also a burn spell. And, we got another god, and it's a spotlight card. It's Egon, God of the Death. Legendary creature god, Death Touch, sits. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you can't, sacrifice Egon and draw a card. It also can be the Throne of Death in the most metal voice that I could do. And it says, at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. And then says, essentially, you can tap it for 2 and a black to exile a creature card to draw a card. Very nice. God, pretty nice. We also got ourselves a little shapeshifter token. And a glacial flood plains. If there's anything I'm kind of hoping to pull in this, I kind of want to hopefully pull a Volenklatz or a Nico, personally. But let's see what we get. We get Berserker, Warhorn Blast, Icehide Troll, Draga Recruiter, Infernal Pet, Mistwalker, Shimmer-Dipped Avail. We also get a Stalwart Valkyrie, a Dusk Wielder, a Seryl's Packmate, the Gates of Isvel as our first uncommon, Runes of Might, Bloodrine Pretender, and a card I really want to try out, Crippling Fear. Choose a creature type. Creatures that aren't of your chosen type get -3/-3 until end of turn. I really have, like, one of my previous earlier brews that I did on the side was actually make a choose your own choice deck, control deck. So I kind of want to throw it in that just for fun. Other than that, we got the Highland Force, a nice snow duel, and we got Zombie Berserker. Nice token art there. There you go. Boop. Okay, we got a Undersea Invader. Craven Hulk. We got ourselves a Battlefield Raptor. Amazonian, you got a new 1-mana bird. Then we got the Berg Strider. I think it's what they pronounce that. We got Keen Herald's Revenge. We got Dread Rider. We got the Elderleaf Mentor. We also got some Frostbite. Card really good in Limited. I am still curious to see how much it does in Constructed. We got Raven Form. Then the uncommons, we got another Gates of Istavel. We got a really good tech card, Weathered Runestone. Keep an eye on this. This might actually be a really good tech card for the meta, especially with how many people are trying to cheap stuff out. Then we got the Bloodline Pretender. And our rare is a Search for Glory. A snow sorcery. Search your library for a snow permanent card, a legendary card, or saga card. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library, and you gain 1 life for each snow spent to cast the spell. Completely honest with you, I actually like this card a lot. I do think it's kind of a sleeper card of the set, in my personal opinion. There's some shenanigans you can do with it. We also got ourselves a snow-covered swamp, and we got a foil duel, a foil woodland chasm. Very nice. Okay, next pack, we get a Cinderheart Giant, Story Seeker, Strategic Planning, Fearless Pup. Okay, I do kind of like this card. Ooh, this is the cutest card they have that's a boast ability. The Priest of the Haunted Edge. We got the Guardian Gladewalker. Also, another good budget 2-drop for Limited, as well as Constructed if you are a tribal deck of any sorts. We also got a Vault Robber. Feed the Serpent. We got the Ox with the big butt that it cannot deny. Also really good the crew a specific plow in the set. We also got the Augury Raven, just a bird with foretell. In our uncommons, we got a Frostpire Arcanist, a Shepherd of the Cosmos, a Knotfold Slumber Mound. Oh, here's one that I think Pitsy Kitten would like. Imstern Predator. Giant dragon that can sacrifice stuff and essentially make it indestructible, but it can also exile stuff from graveyards. Very nice. And then we got ourselves a forest. I do have to admit, the border art on these forests are actually really nice. Okay, we got Disdainful Stroke, good reprint. Breakneck Berserker, Demonic Gifts, Snakeskin Avail, Dusk Wielder, Cyril's Packmate, Open the Open Paths, Frostbeak Yeti, so we got ourselves a little Yeti shenanigans, Jar of the Forsaken, Raven Wings, we got ourselves a Brawl, a Blizzard Brawl. In other words, the Frosty Bear Punch. Then we got Skimfar Eldahar as our first uncommon. Return Upon the Tides. And our rare, it's a good one, Showdown of the Scalds. By the time that this is recording, this has been a very popular card in the format. It's a very, very powerful card. Like, the shenanigans you can do with this card is nutty. And then we got Ice Tunnel as our land. Oh, we're going to actually put that to the side because that's a really good card. Okay, we got Berserker Shieldmate, Lefala Kinsinkers, Cinderheart Giants, Story Seeker, Demonic Gifts, Broken Wings, Dodge Pursuits, another Frostbite, Run Ashore, and we get to our uncommons. We get Inga the Rune Eyes. Still curious if I would try that as a commander. The Runed Crown, as well as a rune, which is nice. We get the Rune of Mortality. Very nice card. I definitely want to play around with rune shenanigans, since they are very familiar to a mechanic that I like to play in the past with the cartouches. We also got our rare, which is the Skimfar Avenger. Just a really good 2-mana piker, essentially free one, and then just an elf berserker. And it can help card draw if your other creatures die, which is really nice. Then we get our Snow Plains, and we get a foil. In this case, we get a foil Glimpse of the Cosmos. Very nice for your giant shenanigans. And we get ourselves an elf warrior token. Okay, we get a Draugr Thief, a Firewalker, a Braggart. Let me just make sure I make these so we don't get a topping pile of cards. There we go. We get a Depart the Realm, a Keen Herald's Revenge, a Grim Draga, a Codespell Cleric. Okay, I'll say one thing. I kind of underrated the cast a second spell each turn mechanic. There's some cards where with that mechanic is actually pretty decent. Like Codespell Cleric, very decent card with that mechanic. Then we got Way Down. We got Bound in the Gold. We got a Shackles of Treachery. We got the Trickster God's Heist as our first uncommon. The Professor was very high on this card for Modern. We got Kaya's Onslaught, a very epic way to finish off the Vorinclets. We get Return Upon the Tides. And we also get a Elvish War Master as our rare. Very nice one. Pretty much whenever it's a 2/2, whenever an elf enters the battlefield under your control at the first time each turn, you make an elf warrior token. Very nice. Kind of funny that we went elf to elf kind of there. And then we got a Snow-Covered Plains. Who knows, we might actually see a Tyvar coming. Okay, we got Seeds the Spoils, Golden Maul Champion, Disdainful Stroke, Icehide Troll, Deathnail Berserker, Scorn Effigy, Roots of Wisdom, Smashing Sitsets, Carfail Kinemaster, Starward Valkyrie, and our first uncommon, Valkyrie Sword, and a artifact equipment that can make an angel if you spend mana in it. We get the Rune of Might. I will take every rune I can get, as well as a Rune of Sustenance. And our rare is Blood on the Snow. 6 mana snow sorcery, choose one, destroy all creatures, or destroy all planeswalkers. And then you return a creature card or a planeswalker card That's equal to the amount of snow mana spent to cast a spell. It's a very nice board like. And then we get ourselves a snow-covered island and a treasure token. There we go. Okay, we got Godhall's Guardian, Giant Kitty. We got an Undersea Invader. We got an Elderfane Disciple. We got ourselves a Mammoth Growth. We got ourselves a Roots of Wisdom. We got ourselves a Smashing Success. We got ourselves a Carfall, the Kennel of the Master variety. We got a Stalwart Valkyrie. We got ourselves a Mistwalker. We got ourselves an Infernal Pet, which is the weirdest looking imp, but still really good art. Then we get to our uncommons. We get Turgrid's Shadow. Frost Augur. Another rune. Rune of Speed. And we got a Spotlight art card, which is Arnie Brokenbow. Free mana human berserker. It's a free, and it has haste and boast 1. You may change Arnie Brokenbow's base power to 1 plus the greatest power among other creatures you control until end of turn. Very nice. I'm still kind of surprised nobody yet tried to do a Fiend where you try to do a combat trick to make it someone's creature's power bigger and then activate the boast. Then you get Arctic Treeline as our Snowland. Okay, so that's back. Warhorn Blast, Mists of Lijarla, Hagimob, Master Scald, Wither Crown, Broken Wings, Way Down, Frostbite, Augury Raven, and then we get to our uncommons, which is Fall of the Imposter, Poison the Cup. I was hoping a lot for this card in the early access, but maybe it'll get better once we have lose stuff like Heroic Intervention and such, but who knows? Maybe it's a lot better than I'm giving it credit. Then we got a Spotlight uncommon, Verja, Judge of Valor. Very nice art on that. Essentially, flying lifelink 2/4. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. Very nice. And then our rare is a Cosmos Elixir. 4 mana. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card if your life total is greater than your starting life total. Otherwise, you gain 2 life. Not bad. More of a commander card than anything else. Then we got ourselves a Snow Forest and a foil Lijarla Keenseeker. And we get a Human Warrior token. Okay. I'm going to skip a couple of these commons if it's something that we already seen before. Okay, so these we've seen before. We got Arachnoform. Seen that before. So now the uncommons. We got Finn the Fanebearer, Fierce Liberator, Valkyrie Sword, and we got Eska's Chariot Spotlight Edition, which is nice. Legendary Artifact Vehicle. When this enters the battlefield, create 2 green cat creature tokens. And then whenever this attacks, pretty much populate. Essentially create a copy of a token, of a copy target token you control. Very nice. Then we got a Snow Plains, and our foil is a Stalwart Valkyrie. And we got a treasure token. The treasure token arts are actually really nice on this. Okay, so boop, 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 boop. Okay. One that we haven't seen yet, Skull Raid. Actually, I like this card a lot for budget discard brews. Especially if you're trying to do Turgid shenanigans. All of these we have seen before. Behold the Multiverse. Very nice. Grizzled Outrider. Pretty much just a vanilla 5/5 that is a bear in the art. Then we got some Revitalize shenanigans. Pretty much a great reprint and nice new art. Carfell Kennelmaster. And then we get to uncommons. We get the Rootless U. We do get one card I did want to pull, which is Savala Ice Shaper. pretty much create Icy Mammoths, and it's also a Troll Warrior, so this is going to go automatically into my party deck. We got the Frenzied Raider, and we got a duplicate. We got Arnie Broken Bow again, so if we want to do some aggro shenanigans, we can do that. Then we got ourselves a Snow Swamp, and an Angel Warrior as our token. Okay, so let me skip for the ones we've seen. Okay, there we go. The ones we haven't seen yet is we got a Sculptor Winter. Then we get to uncommons here. We get Finn, the Fanebearer. Atsgard Armory. Fierce Liberator. And we get our first pathway land of this cycle. Essentially the rare land cycle. We get the Dark Boar pathway. That is also the Slither Boar pathway. Great cycle. It's great to have this for standard now for my more janky brewing shenanigans. And we get a Snow-Covered Mountain. And just an add card. So let's move on to the next pack. Okay, Immerstrom Raider. Vala the Worthy. Okay, seeing all these. There we go. Go to the uncommons now. We get Skimfar Elderhall. Fila, Judge of Valor. Blizzard Brawl. And we got a mythic. We got Havar, God of Battle. 4 mana, 4/4, legendary creature, God. Creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. Also, at the beginning of each combat, you may attach a target aura or equipment you attach to a creature you control to a target creature you control. Essentially, you can swap your auras or enchantments around to other creatures that you control. But it can also be the Sword of the Realms. A 2 mana legendary artifact equipment gives a creature +2/+0 and vigilance. But it also makes it when that equipped creature dies, you just return it to your hand. Very nice mythic we got there. We also got a Snow-Covered Mountain. And an Elf Warrior token. So far we've been doing good with the gods recently. Okay, so let me skip the ones we've already seen. There we go. We've seen all those before. So we're going to go to the uncommons. We got Crush the Weak. Rune of Sustenance. Great tech card. And hey, a mythic on mythic. Nice. Burning Rune Demon. 6 mana. When this enters the battlefield, you just pretty much tutor for 2 cards, and your opponent chooses one that goes to the graveyard, and you put the other one in your hand. Very nice card. Then we get an Arctic Tree Alliance, our Snowland. And we get a kind of like a token card. Or not a token card, we get a... what do they call those? Proxy card, as I like to call it. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, we've seen all the commons, so we're going to go to the uncommons. You could say you saw it coming. Basalt Ravager. Draga's Helm. And Tibalt's Trickery. Okay, for the record, this is a really good card, but I do think this card has the potential to see banned. Like, the amount of times that people have been doing this to get a turn 2 to turn 4 Genesis Ultimatum or Ugin, it's just been way too many times for my liking. Great card, though. It's a really great card. Then we got the Alpine Metal as our Snowland, and we got a Zombie Berserker. As I think I jokingly said during the early access, I think that, as well as the Snow Kraken, is the cards that got me the saltiest during playing, if I recall correctly. Okay, so we're going to skip these uncommons with the exception of Glittering Foss. If you want to make your land Snowland, here you go. Okay, so now... Okay, we got a few that we haven't seen yet, so... We got the Gold Vein pick, which honestly, I'm still surprised people haven't tried to use this with Fervent Champion yet. Then we got Demon Bolt. Boop. Our uncommons is Battle Shared Warrior. Immerstrom Skull Cairn. Nico Defies Destiny as our Saga, which is really nice. And Waking the Trolls. A card that actually very surprised me. A lot of people have been doing the ramp shenanigans to be able to destroy target lands and such. Card's a lot better than I thought. I'll say that. Then we got a Snow-Covered Forest, and we got a Human Warrior. Okay, let's skip the uncommons that we have seen. Okay, yeah, we've seen all these, so we're gonna put these here. Tower of Cards. We got the Vengeful Reapers are uncommon. Brigard Stronghold. Spectral Seer, and we get another mythic. Nice. We get the Resplendent Marshal. Very interesting card. Free flyer. When this enters the battlefield or dies, you may exile another creature card from your graveyard. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control other than Resplendent Marshal that shows a creature type with the exiled card. Very fascinating card. I'm kind of curious to see if it will see play in aggro decks. Then we got a Snow-Covered Mountain and a Foil Strategic Planning. Very nice. And a Dwarf Berserker token. Okay, have we seen these? Yep. Well, with the exception of one. Okay. So, these commons we've seen. We haven't seen Shimmerdrift Veil yet, I think, which is a good limited card if you need to filter your mana and you need Snowland. Then our uncommons is the Free Seasons, Path to the Will Tree, best of 1-drop in Standard at the moment, and we got a Tolroth, God of Fury. 4 mana for a 5/4 legendary creature, God of Mythic. It has Trample. It's a 5/4. And whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, total of deals damage equal to that excess to any target other than that permanent. But it can also be Tolroth's Hammer, which essentially is you equip it, and then the equipped creature pretty much can lightning bolt someone, which is, or anything to be honest, which is very nice. Then we got a Snow-Covered Mountain and an Icy Manolith as our token. So that's a mythic. Okay, so let's see. We got card that's alright in limited, and I think can actually not that bad in constructed if you play it in the right deck. Solid coming. Basalt Ravager, and we get another duplicate rare, but a nice one. Imstrom Predator. I am not going to complain for another Vampire Dragon. We also got a Snow-Covered Island and a foil Blizzard Brawl. I think we're halfway through the box now. Okay. The only thing I think we haven't seen is Village Rites with the new art, which is pretty dope. Everything else I think we have seen regarding the commons, other than Foretold Unsummon, which Unsummoned Skull is probably going to like that. Then we got Etzgard Armory, the Free Seasons, another really good 1-drop, and Reckless Crew. It's an interesting card. I definitely would like it for Depala, but I don't know what else. Then we get a Snow-Covered Forest, and oh lordy. Oh, lordy. We got a foil Coma Cosma Serpent. Okay, first things first, I am going to sleeve that faster than you can say Timbuktu on a bayou. There we go. Okay. Coma Cosmos Serpent. A 7-mana sit-sits. Spell can't be countered, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you put a free blue serpent creature token named Kraken, Coma's Coil, and you can sacrifice another serpent to either essentially tap target permanent, its activated abilities can't be activated this turn, or it gains indestructible until end of turn. Very nice card. I do think it has a really good chance seeing play, especially in the ramp decks in the format. It's actually been a lot better card, in my opinion. So yeah, that's a lot of mythics so far, I think, if I'm counting right. Okay, so we've seen all the commons. So we're going to see the Garlic Grade Warden, Binding of the Old Gods, personally one of my favorite sagas, just good unconditional removal with ramp. Ascent the Worthy, and another duplicate rare, which in this case, it's Tibalt's Trickery. I'm not going to complain. This is, like I said, a really powerful card, though it does make me salty. Then we get a Snow-Covered Plains, and we get a really beautiful foil, Graven Lore. Very nice foiling there. Very nice. And as I said, we got one of these proxy card tokens. Okay, we've seen all these. Yep. Okay, there is one that we haven't seen yet that I do want to show off. So we've seen these, other than the Gold Mall Champion, which pretty much is a tapper. Then we got Rise of the Draugr. Like this in Limited a lot, especially with how many shapeshifters are in the format. Then we got a Boreal Outrider. Invasion of the Giants. Very good saga for Giants. Then we got a Colossal Plow, which is the thing that you can use the Ots to crew, which is nice. I will say, though, the flavor on this card is very, very well done. Just being able to essentially attack and then gain planes as well as gain life, that's just like a very flavorful agricultural card. In our rare, it's actually a sleeper card for me. I didn't realize how good this was. Ascended Spirit. Very good card. It was actually on Machiel's top 10 list when we did the cooperation on our top 10 cards. Very well designed card. It's actually very nice in your mono blue, kind of like Snow Go control decks. Okay, we have seen all the... Okay, that's weird. For those who don't know what I'm saying, this card's weird because it's upside down. Then our uncommons is Glimpse the Cosmos, Cardor Doomscourge, with the alternate art, which is very nice, Hellstorm Valkyrie, and Old Growth Troll. Very nice aggressive free drop if you are playing mono green shenanigans. Then we got our Snow Duel, and we got another Elf Warrior token. Okay, so let's see. Any new comments? Oh, one. Okay. So, put these here. We got the Scorn Effigy, which I am curious to see if someone can make that card work. I haven't seen someone make it work yet. Our uncommons is Elven Bow, Rune of Flight, which I like, Arnie Slays the Trolls, and another Graven War, which for mono blue control, very nice to get two of those. And then we got a Snow Duel. Very nice. Okay. Okay. We get Draugr's Helm, the Jala Great Warden, Binding of the Old Gods, and another dual land, which is nice. We got the Rakdos one, the Blightstep Pathway, and the Seer Step Pathway. Very nice. Then we got a Snowland and a Human Warrior token. Okay. Okay, there we go. Badoo. One of our comments that I do want to show off is the Funeral Wrong Boat. Very good card in limited and constructed shenanigans with vehicle-based shenanigans. Then our uncommons is Morite of the Frost. I do like this card a lot, especially in a fun combo deck with Herald Unites the Elves. We got Glimpse the Cosmos, Doomscar Titan, and another Elvish War Master. So we're building up our elf deck here. Then we got a Snow-Covered Plains, and an Icy Manalith. Okay, this is so weird. Okay, we've seen all these comments, but it's always these shenanigans that some of these cards are actually upside down, which is interesting. Shackles of Treachery, Icebind Pillar, Skimfar Shadow Sage. We got a Dual Strike, and then we got another Pathway land, the Bark Channel Pathway, with the Timber Channel Pathway, which is very nice. We got a Snow-Covered Plains, and actually, very funny enough with the Morite, we got a second Morite, but we got a Foil Showcase, which is really nice. Morite of the Frost. Very nice. Now I just need to get 2 more of those and 4 Herald Unites the Elves, and I can make the combo deck. We're getting very close. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we've seen all these. So uncommons is Herald Unites the Elves, Fall of the Imposter, Spirit of Elgar, and then we get a Battle for Bradgard as our rare. Pretty much if you're doing token shenanigans, you might want to give this card a shot. And then we get a Snow-Covered Swamp and a foil Kaya's Onslaught. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And a Zombie Berserker token. There we go. Oh, wait. Okay, we got our uncommons is a Doomscar Titan, a Giant's Amulet, a Lejara's Miller Rake, and we got another Mythic. We got Kaya the Inexorable. And pretty much my secondary favorite Planeswalker of the set. I just love doing Mardu control, and this is just going to be an auto-include in that deck. Great card. Then we got a Snow-Covered Swamp, and a bird token. Okay, we got Port of Carfale, Maja, Bradgard Protector, Avalanche Caller, and we got a really good free drop angel. We got the Righteous Valkyrie. Very powerful card for standard. Going to see some play. Then we got a Snowfold Sinkhole, and we got a foil Snow Dual Land as well as a Spirit token. So I think after this one, we're down to 3 packs left. Okay, we've seen all the commons, so we're going to put that down here. We got Ascent of the Worthy, Icebind Pillar, Skimfar Shell Sage, and another Waking of the Trolls. We are getting a lot of duplicates in this box. Then we got a Snow-Covered Forest, and a Frostbeak Yeti a foil, and a Dwarf Berserker. Down to the last 3. Okay, we've seen all these. Yep. Okay. Boop. Okay, so we got Hellstorm Valkyrie, the Jar Millrake, a regular Cardor Doomscourge, and a Rise of the Dreadmarn. Going to be very interesting to play this along with Doomscar. Then we got a Snow-Covered Island and Proxy card. Last 2 packs. There we go. Seeing all the commons. Boop. So we got Forging the Tyrite Sword, Provoke the Trolls, Divine Gambit, and a Reflections of Litjaller. Really nice cheesy enchantment for tribal shenanigans. I think it was on Aziel's honorable mention, if I remember correct. Arctic Tree Line is our Snow Duel. And the last pack of Kaldheim. Can we get the Vorinclets or any saucy cards? Let's find out. We get a Replicating Ring, a Bloodsky Berserker, another Showcase Morite of the Frost, which I'm not going to complain about, and a Realm Walker. Very good card for the tribal deck, so I'm grateful to get one of those as well as my Biobots. Then we got a Snow-Covered Swamp and a foil Guardian Glade Walker. There we go, and a treasure token. So that is the box. So let's put these cards to the side and see how many rares and mythics we got, because I think we got a couple more mythics than I was expecting. So let's put these to the side. There we go. Ba-doop. Okay, let's see how much we got here. We got... That's my light going down. Live, everybody. I need to get a better stand for that light. So, Mythic-wise, we got 1... 2, which is a foil. 3, alternate art. 4... 5... 6, which is another alternate art mythic. Wait a minute, we got 2 alternate art mythic gods? That's nutty. I just now realized how nutty that is. Yeah, we got 6 mythics out of that box. That is nutty. As well as we got some pretty good rares and showcase. Probably my favorite rare of the bunch here is probably, if I have to make a logical guess, let's take a look. It is most likely, if I had them... Probably it's a tie between Search for Glory and Showdown Skulls. Really powerful cards. And nevertheless, that is the box opening. So far, pretty crazy bots, if I say so myself. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this box opening video. If you want to, you could catch the stream Saturday at 8 o'clock on January 30th to see the second bots open on my stream. LevDev, essentially is the Twitch username. Nevertheless, I hope you all have a lovely day, and see y'all later. Bye-bye.